Okay, this is the analysis for November 20th. This is NVIDIA's released earnings. Pretty much it's not doing anything other than burning the premium on the options, looks like. Okay, it was kind of a crazy day. It was kind of started outside this three pre-market and then just dumped. There was, I think Ukraine fired more cruise missiles, like UK cruise missiles or something into Russia. So there's World War III worry. It was, so what time did it start going? Pretty tough to get into. I mean, this at 7:30, this break of this two up, two down candle would have been a good entry. I think I was looking at something lower time in the lower time frame, and I don't know. Yeah, it was very rough because it was kind of just going here. And so I didn't get into it, and then it just kept going down and down and down and down. And what did I finally do? And you get to the point where you're like, it's going to keep going. So then the second you get in, it reverses on you. So I did blow up one combine. The one I made 1,500 on yesterday, trying to make, just because I'm like, I'm just going to go in and catch it and pass it. And stupid, no entry, no strat entry, nothing, just dumb. I got to quit doing that. I don't know why. It's human nature to do that. I did actually pass two combines today, Cop Step 50K combines. They both needed like 250 or 275 to get to them, and that was the hardest 250 I've ever traded on two combines. I got them both to like within $40 or whatever, and then I was fighting with it. got one to like 80 cents. Oh my God, it's so hard to make 80 cents. Because you don't want to give too much away, so your risk reward is horrible. But I did pass them, so that's good. There isn't really a setup for tomorrow. We've got it's somewhat of a hammer candle. They wouldn't officially call it hammer, more doji-ish, but and we'll see now that NVIDIA earnings are out of the way if people decide to, change, do some new positioning, and that'll show itself kind of in, the day in the 60s candles. So we'll be looking at those. We're still just kind of right in the middle of this broadening formation, even though everything is green. There's nothing pushing anywhere. Same thing on the ES. It's kind of in the same boat in the middle of that broadening formation. Everything, the week didn't take anything. Nothing happened with it, and now there's only 2 days left in the week, so getting back up there is probably not likely. So just probably not looking for any real long-term moves, and maybe just short, quick gains on those. The Russell is kind of in the same boat. It bounced right off its week there again. So if it takes a week, it might go. If things get weak, this might be the one to take, because it might take this day and come down even further if it gets weak, because it's a little weaker than the rest. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Let me put an alert on this thing. Okay. The YM has the kind of the best looking setup because it actually has actual signal. It's an inside day. If it does trigger up, the magnitude is not the greatest, but it could spark things up, and then if it is weak, it's weak. It's weaker too. So it might be another one that you want to take short and hope that this day target can trigger some more downside, but we'll have to see. Gold kept going up, so it's now one time framing up, kind of into this liquidity zone here, fair value gap, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of halfway. I'm not really interested in anything there unless it sets up better, because now it's in the middle of this broadening formation. So I'd rather have a better daily setup. Bitcoin pushed up again. It's kind of like gold pushing up. I redrew the broadening formation to include this now. We'll see where it goes from there. No daily long signal. Got this PMG set up. If this thing, if there's something that starts triggering some selling, man, that thing will just dominoes going down. So just have to keep your eye on that. Got my alert in there, and I don't know what news would cause that, but it's very difficult to go short here when, I mean, look at the quarter, the month, the week, everything's just bright green, so it's hard to take a counter trend trade against that. And oil, yeah, I like oil to the downside. It's kind of coming up to the top of this broadening formation. So if it triggers here, yeah, it's not much magnitude, but the hopes is that it starts going back through the range. It starts triggering some of the other the lower time frame stops. Just so I mean, there's probably a ton of stops in here, so it'd be great to kind of trigger all those stops. So not a lot of high quality setups on these futures going in tomorrow. Probably look at the 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30-minute to see during the day to see if anything sets up with those.